Today I'm going to make a food divider for my personal roadmap journal. So let's get started. So I just kind of had this idea and I did a quick little sketch of it. So I'm going to try and make this happen. And I went through some magazines and just pulled some pictures. Since it's food related, instead of using a piece of scrapbook paper, I thought that I would use this. I thought that was kind of a good background. So I'm going to do some layering. I may add some paints, not sure about that. But I picked out some pictures that I like. Just out of some magazines, like that one. Here's some pretty eggs. And this is cool too. Let's see if I can get this open. Vegetables. I like this color crush. I kind of like everything about this actually. And I will link, I did a small divider page for one of my planners. But this is going to be for my 8.5 by 11 size journal that I kind of just actually journal in versus plan in. So anyway, I thought these pictures were great. So I'm going to cut all of these up and we can kind of see where we're going. The food plan I'm currently following is called Bright Lines, and there's 4 bright lines. So I thought I might incorporate the number 4. I don't know if to use that as a stencil or an actual piece on the page. I really like the colors in this one. And then I thought that, like my picture, I have these lines with the word food. So I punched out these circles just with my 1.5 inch circle punch. And I'm going to stamp food on there. And then I just kind of sketched some freehand kind of wonky lines. And I'll probably just, with some inexpensive watercolor, just color those up and cut them out. And then kind of write some of the bright lines phrases on there or something like that. So this is where I'm starting. I have no idea where I'm going to end up. So we'll see when we get to the end. So I'm going to pause for a second and cut some of these things out. Do a little prep and we'll see what we can put together. Okay. I went ahead and cut everything out. Now I'm going to kind of try and figure out how we want to put this together. So I'm going to, let's see, we've got just an inexpensive piece of watercolor paper that I cut down to 8.5 by 11 and I punched it so it will fit into my journal. I'm going to put some Mod Podge on that and on the back of this and glue this down. And then I'm going to put a background layer here, and I'm not sure if I just want to tear some of these. Of course, I cut them all nice and mostly square. So if I want to kind of cut some and put some of these around. I had a couple more pages over here. These 2 pages that I decided not to use because I thought I had enough images. So I'm going to layer these in somehow. Seems like there should be one more. Yeah, there it is. I'm liking the eggs. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna, this will be layer 1. I'll have layer 2. There's the other picture. So we'll layer those. We'll have layer 2 background images. I'll probably cut or do something with that. So we'll have a few more pictures. And actually we'll probably do this. We'll probably, I just kind of cut some of the magazine words around the articles. So kind of add some of these for texture. I've got some words. So we got these little things. I've got this big word. So, and then we'll layer some more pictures on top. So it'll be real collage-y. And then I just freehanded my lines on some watercolor, not watercolor paper. I freehanded my lines on some cardstock. Just brushed them with a little watercolor and cut them out. So I only need 4, but I did some extras because I wasn't sure about the colors. Definitely liking the orange. I like the green. Kind of like this one. I don't like the blue. Maybe the yellow. So then I'll layer these on top, and then I'll come back, and basically this is gonna kind of look like this. And then I'm not sure about my, I just want to stencil this on in like a yellow or a white. I want to try and incorporate this. Kind of seems to be too big, doesn't it? So maybe I'll just stencil that. Okay, so that's the plan. And I'm going to pause the camera for a second and get my Mod Podge open and brush, all that fun stuff, and we will get to gluing. Okay, I decided I'm going to add, I think a little orange here with some stencil. This is just the boho paper stencils from Michaels. You can reuse these if you just kind of wipe them off gently with the baby wipe. So I'm going to add that and then I'll glue some more. Okay, I dried my orange and washed out my little foam brush I'm using. Now I'm going to just water down a little bit of white acrylic, and I'm using the Liquitex, and just do a thin coat over this and then do some more gluing. Okay, I dried this, and now I think I'm gonna add maybe a little gold for some sparkle with this stencil. This is just some Deco Art metallic paint in Venetian gold from Hobby Lobby, and I'm using another one of my boho paper stencils. Okay, I'm going to put another whitewash on this just to kind of tone down the gold just a little bit. This is reading kind of white to me, and I'm usually will like put some white highlights, but I'm going to try just to put I guess some darks back in. So I'm going to kind of add a few I'm going to add a little bit of black with this stencil. Okay, my black is dry, and I'm going to whitewash one more time, kind of pull all this together. And this is dry now. And our final things to put on, I had these. I don't know if this is going to work now, because stylistically I think it's looking... Maybe it looked better without it. Maybe I need some black lines, because I don't think this is working. I don't know what y'all think. I think the colors aren't working. So I was thinking I might come back and add some black lines. I might just put my word here in the middle. Could almost put like a piece of ribbon or something. I don't have any, but I could. Or I could just draw maybe a black line. Maybe put some kind of sketchy lines around. I've got my little Sharpie pen. I'm kind of liking the way that looks, just kind of plain without all the extra stuff on it. So I'm going to glue this down and probably scribble around a little bit with my Sharpie and see what it looks like. Okay, I think I am pleased with this. I don't really think it needs any more. That's kind of just simple, but I like it. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.